We're pleased to be joined now by two of the men responsible for much of the programming and the sessions that you'll be taking part in this week here at Kidney Week 2018. Happy to have Dr. Benjamin Humphreys, Chair of the ASN Program Committee with us, and also Dr. Patrick Nachman, the Chair of the ASN Postgraduate Education Committee. Thank you both gentlemen for being here.
Glad to be here.
I want to start with just looking at the major themes here of Kidney Week 2018.
Well, Dr. Nachman and I had a tremendous committee that worked together to really try to develop an exciting program that captures the breadth of diversity within our community, both educationally and scientifically. And I think that one of the ways that manifest was through the plenary sessions, which I encourage everybody to attend. We will have our first one with Nobel Prize winner Eric Betzig. That's followed on Friday by a Broad Institute and Howard Hughes investigator Aviv Regev talking about single-cell atlases. On Saturday, NIDDK head Griff Rogers will be talking about amazing progress in the treatment of sickle cell anemia. And then on Saturday, former FDA Commissioner Robert Califf will discuss the impact of electronic health records and artificial intelligence on outcomes. So those sessions really kind of set the stage for the rest of the meeting, and I think we'll kick things off in a very exciting way.
A huge lineup and a lot of content there for everyone already, just in those sessions alone. Right. How did you approach planning this? What was top of mind when you were trying to decide what content and what sessions you would create?
This year has been almost the culmination of an evolution in planning ASN Kidney Week over several years. Several years ago, there were two separate committees entirely, the program committee and the PG committee. And over the years, and so for those who are not aware of this, the program committee is traditionally more involved in the basic science and the PG committee more in the clinical progress in nephrology. And over the years, those two committees have merged their work, and this year, actually, it has often been difficult knowing what was basic science and what was clinical, and we really have made a big effort to bring the two together so that ASN continues to be the place where the basic science is translated into better outcomes and better treatment. So this is really what was, I think, at the forefront of our mind. Next year, the two committees will be one, and ASN will be fully integrated in this translational idea of bringing the science to the clinic.
What are you most looking forward to this week?
Where to start?
I know.
Well, I think that for those of us that have come to Kidney Week for a long time, and I think my first was in 1992, many of us look forward to connecting and reconnecting with old colleagues who have become close friends over the years. But certainly, scientifically, I'm looking forward to hearing about the latest cutting-edge discoveries, both in the basic and also the clinical realm. And there's been a lot of activity with respect to clinical trials in nephrology, and I'm looking forward to hearing about those. And I think one of the things that I always try to take advantage of is interacting with the presenters of data. That's what being at Kidney Week really allows you to do. It's different than reading an article online. You can actually ask questions and get the inside story about research discoveries, and that's one of my favorite aspects of Kidney Week.
That face-to-face conversation means even more. So with so much on the table and so many options for people, any advice for people on how to go about choosing which sessions they might go to?
So I can tell you what my approach a few days ago. I looked at the program and I highlighted and put in my calendar everything I wanted to go to, and very quickly you realize that you've scheduled 2 or 3 things for the same time and the same day. And then you can try to prioritize. There are different ways of doing this. You can either try to be very focused on one topic, or you can try to go to the things that you normally don't get a lot of exposure to and take advantage to learn new stuff. And I think it's important for folks to realize that after Kidney Week is over, there is an opportunity to download a lot of the important lectures, a lot of the presentations, and go back and read the abstracts online later on. So one does not have to jam everything in those 3 days, and there's an opportunity to go back and complete the menu, so to speak.
I would really recommend that everybody attend the plenary sessions. It's a great way to kick off the day and hear, for example, ASN President Marco Cusa's address, as well as the awards that will be given out for folks in our field who have really accomplished a lot and given back a lot to the field. And one solution I can offer for the multitasking problem of not being able to be at 3 places at once is Twitter.
Oh.
Twitter, there's a little bit of a meeting within a meeting that can happen on Twitter for those Kidney Week attendees that are comfortable with that platform. And this is something that has been growing exponentially, actually, over the last 4 or 5 years, and is a fun way to actually see what's going on in other sessions. It can be quite educational and entertaining as well.
So following some of your colleagues who may be in some of those other sessions at the same time.
Kidney Week hashtag.
All right, good to know that. What do you most want all the attendees to gain from this week, to walk away with?
I mean, I think that there are some fundamental things that are happening in nephrology now. There is an enormous amount of new excitement. There's a lot of new investment in research, both on the basic part and in the clinical part. There's the Kidney Health Initiative, there's the Kidney Accelerator, there's phenomenal research going on, 5,000 posters, a lot of young trainees. And I think that that's the part that I would like people to really feel the excitement and understand how exciting of a period of time it is to be in nephrology, because we have an exceptional opportunity to grow research more than we did 10 years ago, and we should be ready to go forward with it.
I agree completely, and I would add that increasingly advances in clinical care and in basic scientific and translational investigation in medicine are multidisciplinary, collaborative endeavors. And there's no better place than Kidney Week to meet people who are all aligned towards the same goal of educating the next generation of nephrology leaders, of performing the next basic science and developing the next drugs to treat our patients, to make those connections, because it's going to require a team going forward, and this is a great place to find out your own team.
Yeah, that huge amount of collaboration going on all at one place here in San Diego this week. Dr. Benjamin Humphreys and Dr. Patrick Nachman, thank you very much for all of your insight and advice for attendees as they go through the week this week. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ASN TV has all the coverage you want from this year's conference. Be sure to check out all of the content, which is updated every day here on YouTube during Kidney Week 2018.